Hello and welcome to this video. Last time we talked, or rather we discussed about the Mocha AE when it comes to like tracking a wall or any other subject. So in this video we're going to use the Mocha Pro. So without wasting time, I'm going to start over, and for that I'm just going to start a new project by coming here to File, New, then New Project, and then I'm not going to save this. Don't need to save it anymore. So just as we started with the other video, we're going to open the footage first. I'll put it in my downloads folder, and so I'll just click this and then import. Once I've imported, the next thing we'll just to drag it here to create a new composition. Then with the new composition highlighted, I'm going to come here to effects and presets. Remember, if you don't have the effects and presets here, all you need to do is just come here to Windows and just choose a different workspace. I would recommend using the default or the standard, whichever, and the effects and preset will be here. So we just come here and type Mocha. Once Mocha pops up, choose the Mocha Pro because it's what we're using for this video, and then apply it on the video. Once you do that, the Mocha Pro will just appear here. Remember, the Mocha effect, the Mocha AE didn't have like all this because now this is a paid Mocha. So the next thing we're just to track this footage, and for that we're going to make sure that the video that we're tracking is selected. If you have multiple videos, you have to highlight the one that you want to track, then click the icon of the Mocha, and Mocha UI will launch. Mocha UI is the Mocha user interface. It's completely different from After Effects. It just works together with After Effects. So it has various workspaces just like the other one. Just make sure that you're in Classic. Don't be anywhere else. Make sure you are in Classic, because now that will have all the tools that we need. Then I'm not going to show you most of the things other than this, where you just play forward, the first frame, last frame. Then we have the tracking. Most of them are grayed out because we have no tracking data here, or we have not tracked anything. So all you need to do is just to come here to the planar, the tool for selecting the place that we want to track. So it's called the X-Plane Layer 2. I'm going to click it and then highlight, or rather point where we like our image to be. So I'm going to select all these 4 points. Then after that, I click where I started, and immediately the rectangle will form itself. And now with this rectangle, kind of, you can do many things here. First of all, we have not tracked anything, so even if you just move around this, you realize there's nothing happening because it has not been tracked. So what we need to do with this selected, we're going to make sure that we have everything that we needed in the track highlighted. So we're going to double click and then come here to motion. Remember, we're in track, come here to perspective. We don't have to put the mesh here, but make sure that the perspective is highlighted or either is checked. Then after that, now we are free to track it. So with this layer selected, we're going to track it forward. Remember not to track using the next frame, because this will just track on one frame. Don't click this because these are just going to play. So you're going to click this one, track forward. Then immediately it's going to start tracking. It might take some few minutes. You must be patient, give it time, and then I'll come back when it's fully done tracking. Once it's done tracking, the next thing we just to make sure that it's aligned well with the wall. So I'm going to check using this, which is the planar surface. I'm going to click show planar surface, and since I want it to be bigger and align it to the wall, I can also clean this. I'm going to click the rectangles, the corner of the rectangles, and I'm going to make sure that I put it to right where the corners of that rectangle is. Then also click this and put it right there. Then I'm going to click this and take it to where that rectangle is, then here at this corner. All right. Once that is done, I'm now sure that now the tracking and the wall are aligned well. So I can now click back all this, and if you just play forward, sorry, if you just play maybe backward, because I think we are in the first frame, or just take it to the first frame here, then we just play along, you just realize that it's moving, or it's aligned to the wall properly. So to just maybe prove this, or maybe to check whether we are right, we're going to come here to the insert, click, and put something like a logo, right? And then you can just play along, and you just realize that it's moving well with the wall, right? We can also put something else like a grid, then we just realize that it's just moving wow. So that means that we can put now anything on this wall. So after this, we're going to save this, which is Control S or Command S. You can also come here to File and Save Project as Project. Then you can exit using this, which is click Exit or Control Q or Command Q. You can also come here on the right side and click this, and immediately we'll exit Mocha and come back to After Effects. Now when you come back to After Effects, the shock will be we don't have the tracking data here, but it's somewhere. So just to check or prove to you that we don't have, if you click the video and then you click you just realize that we don't have the tracking data, we don't have the keyframes, So what we need to do, just to make sure the video is highlighted, come here to tracking data and then click create tracking data. Once that is done, you realize that when you click U, we have the tracking data. See all these keyframes on this side. Yeah? So I can click U to hide back the keyframes. The next thing is just to import the logo or the image that we want to put on that wall. So what we need to do is just to come here. If you are working on the narrow and like me, come here to project. Now double click and upload the video here. The image, sorry. I'm going to click this image and put it there. So once that is done, put it just on top of the video. You realize that it covers the top of the video. You can scale it down if you want to, but I don't see the need for all that. The one thing that maybe we need to say is the anchor point and see whether they are aligned well. So I'm going to click A and then click A, and then we just realize the anchor points of the video and the anchor points of the video of the image are different. So we're going to make sure that the anchor points are the same. I'm going to highlight the video and its anchor point, then click Control and C, which is the same as coming here to edit and copy. And then I'm going to come here and highlight again and Command or Control V to paste, and realize that these are the same. Remember, you can also come here to edit and click paste. Once you're done, you can now click back the A just to hide the anchor point. Then make sure that the video is selected, and since we've imported the image and back here, we come here to Effects Control, and then come here to the tracking data that where we were, and right down we have various options, export option and layer export to. Make sure the layer export option is selected to corner pin, and here we have selected the source. Then on the layer export, just make sure that you select that specific image that you need to put on that wall. Remember, we have that tracking data. So after that, we're going to click apply export, and immediately it is zoomed and taken back to where the wall is. And now if you play around, you just realize that the wall has been tracked well, and the image is stuck where we wanted it to be. So this is how you can do all this tracking, and I hope that you've understood. Click subscribe, like this video, and just if you want to know more about Mocha AE, After Effects, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, and many more. I'm going to see you in the next one. Till next time, bye.